All right, I'm pleased to be joined by Hannah Green after her final round here at El Caballero. Hannah, I just did the math. Looks like we'll be getting a donation of $10,500 to LA Fire Relief Association. How happy are you with that? And just tell us about your reaction to that.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy. I did a little bit of a tally last night, and at the start of the week, I didn't really know how many birdies we were going to make, so I was hoping that it was going to be a course where we make a ton, and obviously it has been. So there was definitely a lot of opportunities where I could have made some more. So I'm grateful that I did make the amount that I did, and obviously it's going to a great cause. And it was good to see some of the guys come out, even some of the guys that I met in the media day a couple weeks ago, see their faces, and yeah, I know at least where my money is going to. So I'm very happy with that.
Awesome. Jill, do you want to kick us off with a question?
Sure. Your thoughts on the week overall and how this sets you up for Chevron next week?
Yeah, it's been a really good week. I actually don't feel like I played my best. These greens are so tricky. It felt like the hole looked a little bit small sometimes, but I'm glad that I was able to, shoot some low scores after not feeling probably my A game this week. And I haven't had a very good history at Chevron since we've moved to Houston, so I'm hoping that I can use a little bit of this form to go into the first major of the year with a strong performance.
Did the course play a little different today? I was out there and it looked like the ball was maybe carrying and rolling a little longer today.
Yeah, there was a couple shots out there where I said to my caddy, like, it's probably the longest gap wedge I've ever hit in my life. I don't know if it's a combination of the Bermuda fairways, maybe just, when you actually catch it crisp, it does fly a little bit longer. And obviously we did have a little bit warmer a weekend than we did the first 2 days. But I mean, it's only 24 Celsius, like it's not really hot. I can't imagine what it would be like when the girls played here in the summer. So yes, it was a little bit of adjustment this weekend. And I definitely think the greens got firmer and quicker as the week went on, which is obviously what you want in a championship. But honestly, El Cab has been a great host, and I think us players would love to have a tournament here regularly.
A lot of birdies throughout the entire tournament for everyone as well. Can you talk a little bit about the challenges of when everyone's kind of going at the same rate?
Yeah, it's hard. It's almost kind of when we play in Phoenix, the scoring's always really low, and sometimes you can tee off and you're in the top 20, and you can start the day in the top 20, and by the time you tee off, you're already 40th. So it is a little bit like that here at El Cab, but I think the greens are very defensive, and there's a lot of putts where you're actually having to aim outside the hole, which is what we're not typically used to, and it's very easy to have 3 putts out there as well. So it is a little bit of a catching up game, and it's hard to not get in that mindset of trying to make too many birdies and get too ahead of yourself. And I think that's what I did better this week than perhaps I have done in the past.
There's a couple of rookies trying to close it out and win their first time on the LPGA Tour. Do you remember back to your first win and what that feeling was like as you were coming down the stretch, and what are they going through?
Yeah, obviously a lot of nerves and probably trying to keep as cool and calm as possible. But there's a lot of birdie opportunities, I would say, compared to perhaps when I had my couple of wins. So it's obviously different. But hopefully they can rely on their caddies and, maybe have some time in between shots to kind of not think about golf. I think that's always a good thing. If you can kind of distract yourself, you're actually not burning as much energy and hopefully not as nervous. But I always say that nerves are a good thing. It means you're passionate and you actually want it, but hopefully it makes you play better and obviously not worse. So yeah, hopefully it'll be interesting to see how it finishes. I actually don't know who's at the top and what all the circumstances are, but yeah, it'll be a tough finish for sure.
Half joking, half serious. Do you keep up on the renovations at Wilshire and where they are, and to see if you can make sure they're on time?
I have heard they're on time. I did play with 4 members in the Pro-Am, and they showed me some photos, and I have seen some videos from other members that I've seen along the week as well, and I think everyone's pretty happy. It looks very different. It'll be interesting to see, obviously, what they envision and obviously what they can do and how everything really looks in person. But I am looking forward to getting back to Wilshire, that's for sure. But who knows, it might be a different Wilshire for me, so we'll see.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.